it's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the new Glamlite Red Velvet Cupcake palette. Now, when I saw the sneak peek and when I saw it released, I was like, I need you in my life so bad. One, I absolutely adore Glamlite and their packaging. Chef's kiss, 10 out of 10, so beautiful. And red velvet is my absolute favorite kind of cake, cupcake, whatever. It is so good. Red velvet is like my favorite flavor in almost anything. So whenever you got red velvet cake, cream cheese icing, it's just everything. But honestly, the most indulgent dessert that is my favorite that I don't do very often, Cheesecake Factory red velvet cheesecake. If you love red velvet and you love cheesecake, try it. It is absolutely life-changing. Now, I purchased this on release date. It did take a little while to get to me, but they said that, you know, there was a high demand for this, so it was gonna take some time, which is fine. So this palette is cruelty-free, vegan, and allergy tested. I'm looking at their website. It is 12 shades. It has an 18-month shelf life. So the outside packaging looks like this. And this palette retails for $25. I used my friend Karen Harris, her code, which is KH Makeup. So it saved 15%. And I actually bought 2 of these because I'm gonna be doing a giveaway soon, a birthday giveaway. My birthday's in July. So I figured I would kind of share the wealth with y'all. So I have that in there. So just to kind of give you a heads up, I'll probably announce it on one of the lives coming up soon. So the outside packaging is so cute. Isn't that adorable? I love it. And then when you look at the palette, this is what she looks like. It has the sprinkles that actually move. Isn't that cute? I love the packaging, and look at how they did the ingredients on the back. It looks like the nutrition facts. I am so in love. So in love. And when you open her up, I did pull out the little plastic thing. This is what she looks like. I haven't swatched her, touched her, anything like that yet. And part of what I really like about Glamlite is their shimmer formula. So we're gonna start off with the shade Cream Cheese. Oh, that's pretty. So, cream cheese is like a off-white, I'm blending it out some because I got a lot in the beginning, with a icy pink. So it's like a duochrome, so you can, oh, there you go. So you can see the pink shift in it from that off-white. That is really pretty. Even on the finger, it still looks good. Then we have the shade Buttery, which buttery to me is like a nudie kind of pink, but it has more rosiness to it. Like that to me would make a beautiful pink nude lip. Then we have the shade Dazzling. So to me, Dazzling is like an electric magenta. So it's almost that purple pink mix. That is so pretty. But you see what I'm saying about how shiny and reflective these are? I love these. Next up, we have the shade Confection, which looks like this, which is a dusty, almost like a wisteria purple. It's not like a true purple, but it is purple. Then next up we have the shade Cake Mix. Oh, that's pretty. So that's like that one of those silvery lavender kind of shades. That's a beautiful color. So pretty. Okay, then we have the shade Cupcake Heaven. Ooh, that's pretty. So you see, to me, Cupcake Heaven is much more of that true kind of carnation-y pink. I like the undertones in this. Then we have Red Velvet, which looks like that. That is a bright red. So that's what Red Velvet looks like. So that's like a true fire engine red. And now it does pull towards the pink side, which is fine. And I know I've seen other people say, well, where's all the red in it? Well, Red Velvet is actually, has a much deeper undertone to it. Like if I were gonna say any of these actually match the cake color, it's gonna be one of the shimmers. Then next up we have the shade Decadent. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. See how that's like that beautiful hot pink? Then we have Sweet Craving. So that's what Sweet Craving looks like. So that is more of like that pinky tone, warm tone nude. Now, when you look at that in the pan, it looks brown. So that's Sweet Craving. See how that's more of like, but when you look at it swatched, it definitely pulls more pink, just in case you're wondering. Okay, next up we have the shade Baked Goodies. That's a pretty color. That's what Baked Goodies looks like. So you can see that's kind of like that carnation pink, but in shimmer. Next up we have the shade Kisses. Now to me, this is more, Red Velvet is redder than that. Red Velvet is almost the color of this, but with a little bit more brown to it. It's like a cardinal red. So that is Kisses. That is a beautiful plum with like light pink sparkles in it. So pretty. Now, did I need another monochromatic palette? No. Am I excited to have it? Yes. Then last but not least, we have the shade Super Moist. So that is all 12 of the shades swatched out. I really like this color story. I love a good pinky purple color story, and I think that this is absolutely stunning. So we can't wait to get this on our eyeballs. Now I'm probably only gonna do one look with this palette because there's 12 shades. I can fit most of those shades on my eyeballs, at least the shades that I would be worried about purchasing, because again, this palette is extremely affordable. I did order also the new Glamlite Michaela palette, so I will definitely do, that one will be a multiple look video. So I've already primed my eyes with the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base in Light. This thing is almost empty, and I'm glad, because I am honestly getting to the point where I am tired of using it. So I think what I'm going to go into first is I'm gonna try to use this shade Confection towards the front of my eye. And then this is a, what brush is this? This is a BK Beauty 206. So it is more of that denser, fluffy brush. So we're gonna apply that towards the front. That's a pretty color. And then we're gonna kind of play with how everything goes from there. But that is a beautiful color. I feel like that is definitely, like, you know, I always get on the kick of if the mattes are blendable, how they look, but also finding things that are definitely like this is a very unique shade to my collection. Like when I swatched it, it looked more purple, but I'm not sure if that's still what I think it is, you know? I don't know. It's pretty though. Okay. Next up, we're gonna grab, this is a Lunar Beauty LB1, and I'm going to go into the shade right here, which is Buttery. No, Cupcake Heaven. So, we're gonna apply this to the back half of the eye, because we're gonna do like a pinky purple monochromatic moment, because why not? And see what I'm saying? Like, you would think that these colors wouldn't be as pigmented as they are, but I mean, as you can see, they are. And they blend like a dream. I mean, I am super excited for everything that Glamlite has coming out for the most part. Like, at least for eyeshadows. I'm not the biggest fan of their lip glosses. Their highlights are pretty. I do like their highlights, and I like the bronzer that I have from them. So, I'm just not a fan of that goopy kind of lip gloss that they have. But, I mean, other than that, not really something that bothers me. Okay, so you see how pretty those look? Those blended together like a dream. So I'm gonna go back into Confection to re-add a little bit more purple. I like that color. a whole lot. I'm liking this whole look though so far. Well, I've got 2 colors on. Come on now, Betsy. Let's talk about this. Do y'all do that? Do y'all talk to yourselves? I do, all the time. Okay, so now I'm going to go into, this is a Spectrum B11, and we're going to go into the shade Super Moist. Now, I do not like that name. I don't like the word moist at all. I know that there's a lot of people who are out there that are like me. It's just like a word that drives me nuts. Cameron, my youngest, likes to say it to get on my nerves. See how much that adds to this look? To bring in that brightness. I like that color too. I just wish it had a different name. And did you know, here's a fun fact, that you can do red velvet. You can actually do velvet cake in lots of other colors. Cameron, again, loves the color blue, and I found on Paula Dean's website, because I was looking for a good cream cheese recipe for blue, and I found blue velvet cupcakes. I will tell you, he was so excited. Now, the first time I made them, they were terrible. So bad, it wasn't even funny. But I accidentally swapped baking powder for baking soda, or it was the opposite. I don't remember which one it was, but they were hockey pucks. They were literal hockey pucks, inedible, or at least in my opinion that they were inedible. But yeah, okay, we like that. We like that a whole lot. Okay, so this is a rougher number 12, and we're gonna go into now the shade Red Velvet in the back. So let's see if we can deepen up. Oh, that's pretty. I like the brightness of this. Now, I know that the way I do eyeshadow, like whenever I'm playing with color, is definitely not how most people do it. But I like playing with color, and I like experimenting with color. Now, does it always work out? Probably not. Do I care? Probably not. I had someone the other day tell me that my eye looks were terrible. I'm like, okay, don't watch. If you don't like it, don't watch it. You know, like if you have constructive criticism, I will gladly take it, but just getting on there and being like, no, you're no good. Okay. I am not a professionally trained makeup artist, and that's part of it. Look how pretty that looks though. I kind of really dig this. What do you think? I think it's super pretty. I think it is super duper pretty, and it makes me very excited. I'm going back in with this shade Super Moist to blend all of that together, just to double check to make sure we got enough brightness. Now, don't worry about like all of this in the inner corner. When I go to put on foundation and stuff like that, I am going to clean it up. But a lot of times I'll start with much more, and then once you actually like blend out your foundation and all that kind of stuff, it's not as crazy as you think. So I like that. I like that a whole lot. So I'm gonna take just a clean brush. This is a BK Beauty 201, and we're just going over the edges to make sure everything's nice and blended and smooth. And now we're going to grab our glitter glue, and we're going to start applying shimmers. Okay. This is almost empty. I know I say that every video. And every time I'm like, okay, is this gonna work? Is it gonna have enough? Yes. Is this ever going to end? No. It's like I look forward to actually using up products, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna trick you because you're so close to the end that, you know, you don't need it. To be finished. Okay, so this is a ColourPop E4. The first shade I'm gonna go into is we're gonna go into the shade Kisses. And I want that on the outer corner because I want some more depth. Yes, out there, because I feel like that is lacking, at least for me, because I love, love, love a good dark outer corner. I am always obsessed with more darkness. I always prefer more darkness. So next up, we're gonna go into the shade right here called Decadent. I think that's a beautiful color too. And we're going to keep that towards where all the pink up top is, pink, red, whatever you want to call it. And I think my version of what I think a true red is actually more of like a cardinal red than a true red, because I am not like, I love bright pink. I don't like a good bright red, or like a fire engine red is typically not my cup of tea. Okay, what do you think? I like that. I like it a lot. Okay, so I just wiped my brush off, and now we're going to go into the shade Dazzling for the front. This color excites me. I love a good purple. You know, and I say that, and then I forget to wear more purple. And purple is actually super flattering on, see how pretty that all blends together? I like this color story. But what I was saying is I forget that I like purple and I like how it looks on me, and then I don't wear it. Because I have other colors that I personally like more. Okie dokie. Okay, so this is the top of the eyes done. I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face. We'll come back, do the lower lash line, and talk about my thoughts on the palette. So far, I think it's really pretty though. So I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I used my Pat McGrath blush in Electric Bloom today. Isn't that pretty? I love that color. I used the new Huda Beauty. This isn't Huda Beauty. This is Glow Wish by Huda Beauty. And the bronzer in Tan Light number 3. I love this bronzer. And then for highlight, I used the YSL Touche Éclat 3D All Over Glow Highlight. So it's not the most impactful highlight, but I think it's pretty. On my waterline, I use ColourPop's Loverboy, and on my lips, I have the lip clay from Kaleidos in the shade Dune. So, see how much, like, I love how this look came together. Like, once you get lashes and stuff on, like, there's just something about how everything kind of just goes together and looks amazing. So, I think we're gonna kind of try to use a little bit more color. So I'm gonna go into the shade Baked Goods, and this is the shade, the Breffer O2 brush. So I'm gonna try to pick that up on here, see how it goes, and use that on the back half of my eye. That goes on well. Y'all know by now, I am not scared to use a shimmer under the eye. I have no issue with that whatsoever. I just like to use all the colors. Okay, next up for the front portion of the eye, I'm gonna use the same brush, but we're gonna go into the shade Cake Mix, which is that lavendery silver kind of shade. That's pretty. And we're going to apply that to the front portion of the eye. I'm gonna take my BK Beauty 201 and go underneath and make sure everything is blended out. And now we're gonna do the inner corner highlight. So we're gonna use the shade Cream Cheese. How can you not? Use that for inner corner and brow bone. So I'm gonna apply that to the inner, oh, that's pretty, it's inner corner, isn't it? And this is the BK Beauty 204. These brushes from BK Beauty, I love these. BK Beauty, Rougher, and Spectrum. I am really loving all of those brush brands. So I'm kind of wrapping that around into the top and bottom. I'm gonna take my BK Beauty 201, go over the edge to make sure everything's blended and clean. Look how pretty though. Okay, I'm gonna take that same 204 and we're going to apply that same shade as our brow bone highlight. There we go, blend it out. Okay, so this is the completed look with the red velvet cupcake palette. So I used every shade in here except for Buttery and Sweet Cravings. So I think it's beautiful. It's great Glamlite quality. I think the look turned out absolutely phenomenal. I love the shimmers in the palette. To me, that's what stands out the most. But yeah, I mean, I'm super happy with it. So if you're looking for like a red purple palette, I think that this could be a good palette for you. It's $25. There's discount codes all over the place, so that helps save some money. But yeah, I mean, like, I love how this came out. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I guess that's it. So we'll see y'all later. Bye.